We are the power duo from the Philippines! Philippines Got Talent, Season 5, year 2016.
You won!
Yes!
In 2016, a dance duo auditioned for the 5th season of Filipinas Got Talent. The young man and woman walked in, dressed in white and holding hands. The audience and judges immediately jumped to the conclusion that the duo was a couple in love. Once the two were prompted by the judges to introduce themselves, the young man introduced himself as Gervin and added that his partner's name is Anjanette. He cleared up the assumption immediately and insisted that he wasn't courting his dance partner. The two were not an official couple. The audience wasn't convinced. A skeptical audience and equally disbelieving judges watched as the duo launched into a harmonious and intimate performance that combined well-choreographed dance moves with gymnastics routines. The chemistry between Gervin and Anjanette was palpable, as the two moved in perfect unison to the theme song of the popular Filipino TV drama On the Wings of Love by Jeffrey Osborne. As the audience and judges rose to their feet to give the duo a standing ovation at the end of their performance, the stars aligned for the power duo, who were headed for fame beyond the Philippines. Anjanette and Gervin hail from Rizal in the Philippines. Theirs is an enemy-to-lovers romance, according to Anjanette. They met at a dance class, their first interaction orchestrated by their dance teacher, who paired them together for some routines. At first, the two didn't get along, and would have welcomed any opportunity to switch dance partners, but their dance instructor was adamant. At the time, the chemistry they later portrayed at the auditions for Filipinas Got Talent was non-existent, as the two bickered constantly and didn't extend understanding and the patience needed to learn complicated dance routines to each other. As they got to know each other better, the two fell into a rhythm in their dance and gymnastics routines, eventually built on their connection and became good friends. Soon Gervin was courting Anjanette, but the two were not in an official relationship yet. However, their fans could see a deep physical and emotional connection between the two, which they voiced in the comment section of their audition video, which has thousands of people saying that they adored the chemistry and connection between the two. Today, Anjanette and Gervin are a couple with a beautiful story, which they've told to their audience in 3 major talent competitions. The power duo's story began with a dance routine, which unknown to them would make them famous and attract fans from all over the world, which is what they hoped would happen when they walked out onto the stage for their audition in the 2016 Filipinas Got Talent. They gave the audience 3 things to marvel about. First, Anjanette's flexibility as Gervin spun her around by her hands mid-split, held one of her legs in standing splits, threw her in the air as she did a perfect straddle sit, and spun around her as she did bridges, had every person in the audience in awe of her agility. Second, the flawless execution of moves and transition from one move to another without breaking the routine or looking away from each other's eyes had the audience breaking into knowing smiles, drawn in by the strong emotional connection the two obviously shared. Third, the performance was entertaining and had the audience's eyes on the duo for the entire duration of the performance. When the audience's cheers died down at the end of the performance, the judges launched into a chain of praise for the duo's mastery of the complicated routine. They put up a show for the audience in between the judges' responses by performing a 2-move routine as the audience chanted "Golden Buzzer." One of the judges gave in to the chants and pressed the golden buzzer, sending the power duo to the live shows and guaranteeing the couple a spot in the semifinals. In the semifinals, the power duo continued to give their fans a glimpse into who they are through their routine, staging a different routine from their act at the auditions. Wa Ka Nang Umiyak, showing the judges and the audience more agility, creativity, and strength, while showing the audience how much trust, affection, and love they have for each other. Anjanette showed flexibility through modified gymnastics routines that had her contorting her body and stretching her limbs, while Gervin showed incredible strength in supporting his partner's weight and gave her a safe surface to land after moves that had her elevated in the air. Anjanette showed her trust for her partner by relying on Gervin to break her fall, prevent her head from hitting the ground, and provide support for her as she did a modified reversed split. At the end of their performance, the power duo revealed its new relationship status by facing each other in a passionate kiss, having started facing away from each other. The moment confirmed to the audience that Gervin had gone from courting Anjanette to being in a relationship with his dance partner. The judges and audience crowned the duo's announcement with a standing ovation, as a tearful Anjanette and equally emotional Gervin bound in a show of appreciation for the honor. The audience and viewers at home showed their love for the duo by voting for their act overwhelmingly. The duo received more than half of the public votes, securing a spot in the finals. The power duo went to the stage for their performance in the grand finale. Naturally, the performance told the story of their blooming romance, starting with the couple laying on a bed, with their dance routine mimicking a lovemaking session between people in love. The routine progressed quickly as they both got off the bed, thrilled the audience with a few splits, hops, and landings, one-footed stands, and straddles before incorporating some rope routines, the majority of which had both members of the duo swinging mid-air on a rope supported by one hand while holding their partner's hand with the other and entwining their legs. After different variations of the rope suspension routines, Anjanette shone in a solo rhythmic split while suspended on ropes, before the couple closed the performance with their now signature embrace and kiss. The audience enjoyed the routine so much that the sensational duo garnered 100% of all the votes cast by the judges and audience. With the judges and audience's favor on their side, the power duo was crowned the winner of Filipinas Got Talent Season 5, walking away with the grand prize of 2 million pesos, the title of the first non-musical act to win the talent show since its inception, and the adoration of fans from the Philippines. The power duo has a second notable achievement in the regional talent competition, following an impressive stint on a second Got Talent competition. In 2019, Anjanette and Gervin applied and were invited to the audition for the third season of Asia's Got Talent. The progression in their relationship was evident in their lack of hesitation, as they introduced themselves as each other's girlfriend and boyfriend. After a brief conversation with the judges, the couple launched into their performance, an interpretation of Rachel Platten's Fight Song. The power duo's acrobatic contemporary dance routine featured their typical show of trust and affection for each other, and as they ended their dance routine in their quintessential embrace, the audience was on its feet, applauding the enthralling performance. All three judges agreed and gave the duo the 3 yeses needed to progress to the next level of the competition, where they staged an emotional interpretation of A Great Big World and Christina Aguilera's Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You. In the semifinals, the couple introduced rope routines in a dance interpretation of Carrie Ellis and Alfie Bowe's Come What May. In their performance, the couple was bolder in its display of affection in between switched routines. The newly incorporated rope elements had both Anjanette and Gervin performing solo routines, while the other swung them on the rope, or performed a different move on the ground. The two ended their performance with Anjanette hoisting herself up on a rope and letting go of her grip on the rope to jump into Gervin's open arms, who held her tight, sending the crowd into a roar of admiration. The emotional, intimate, and daring performance sent the duo to the finals, with the hope of earning a second win in a major talent competition. Unfortunately, the duo lost to Eric Chen, a close-up magician who won the grand prize, and Yashwin Sarawanan, the first runner-up, who staged an act as a human calculator. The power duo is as resilient as it is talented, since emerging third in Asia's Got Talent did not deter the couple from pursuing the dream of taking their talent international. However, the two took a hiatus from performing for a few years. At first, the break was occasioned by the pandemic, which limited their ability to perform after public gatherings were restricted. Later, the two tied the knot before welcoming their first child together, prompting them to take some time off from performing to spend time with their child. Once their child hit 1 year, the duo was ready to continue its quest to win another major talent competition. This time, they set their eyes on the America's Got Talent All-Stars Grand title. Early in 2023, Anjanette and Gervin staged their maiden performance in front of judges Howie Mandel, Heidi Klum, and Simon Cowell. Gervin dedicated their interpretation of Callum Scott's "You Are the Reason" to his wife. Unlike other competitions where the duo waited to introduce ropes, they performed a rope routine for their first performance in the show. Unfortunately, they made a mistake when Anjanette failed to catch the rope that Gervin tossed in one of the routines while she was suspended in the air. Despite the glitch, the two improvised and completed their performance, earning further admiration and applause from the audience and judges for portraying their love for each other through their routine, entertaining the audience, and leaving every person who watched hoping to see them in subsequent stages of the competition. Fans from all over the world shared that sentiment, because the video of the performance has attracted over 3 million views in just 4 weeks. The video was voted among the 3 acts of the night who would proceed to the finals. In the show's finals, the duo staged a repeat of their first performance in the competition. The transition between the different routines was effortless. The duo's place in the hearts of the members of the audience was written in the looks of adoration, communal gasps when one of the 2 performers was in the air, and evident looks of relief when a move was executed effortlessly. The performance ended with Anjanette hoisting herself on the rope and falling into the arms of her husband. Throughout the performance, Anjanette shed emotional tears of gratitude for the opportunity to be on the show. Anjanette and Gervin awaited the decision of the audience on February 27, 2023. When the audience's decision over whether the couple walks away with the grand prize and the coveted All-Star title will be revealed. The duo had gone from being mere dance partners before their stint in Filipinas Got Talent to having a mutual understanding during the competition, defining their relationship, confessing their commitment to each other, and getting married. They officially became Anjanette and Gervin Minor after exchanging vows and tying the knot in 2021. They had a son the same year, and are now raising their child together, while participating in a major talent competition, AGT All-Stars. They are full-time performers, booking events and other opportunities to showcase their contemporary acrobatic dances. The couple dreams of having a show in the US, and is on its way to fulfilling the dream, particularly since the duo's performances at America's Got Talent All-Stars have earned Gervin and Anjanette the adoration of Americans who flock to the comment sections of videos of their performances, praising the duo and expressing admiration for its talent, creativity, and show of affection, love, as well as trust in their dance routines. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on social media or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.